So Kobo's gone and released its latest device in a bid to lead the charge in the e-reader space. Armed with a high-quality display and an unusually powerful processor, Kobo's luxurious Aura HD has its sights set squarely on the more hardcore bookworm. Its 4 gig of storage is expandable to up to 32 gig. That's enough space for up to 30,000 books. But at £140, Amazon's cheaper Kindle Paperwhite may end up the more attractive option. At 6.8 inches, the Aura HD screen is bigger than your average e-reader, giving you around 30% more reading space than the Paperwhite's 6-inch screen. And it's a wonderful reading experience too. Text looks sharp and contrast is good, even if blacks aren't quite as deep as the Paperwhites. But it's our pick of the two, especially with the Aura HD's home screen layout, which looks much fresher than the Kindle's. The Kobo also has awesome customization options, with a choice of 10 fonts versus the Kindle's 6, 24 font sizes versus 8 on the Kindle, and a sliding scale for both margins and line spacing. Now, setup is quick via Wi-Fi or a PC, and loading up books from the store or your computer is quick and painless too. There's also a basic web browser and extras like chess and Sudoku games. It's also worth noting, Kobo has a bunch of apps for Mac, PC, iOS and Android that will let you read a couple of pages on your phone or tablet if you happen to leave your Aura HD at home. Its other features include a built-in dictionary, quick highlighting and note-taking features and recommendations based on what you've read. Like the Paperwhite, you can also see a percentage of the time left until the end of the chapter and hours left of the whole book. Your reading stats make up part of the home screen, and there's also an achievement system called Reading Life for a bit of bragging. For example, sharing the book you're reading on Facebook, although unfortunately this doesn't stretch to Twitter. Now, page turns on the Aura HD are pretty seamless, but it can be slow at anything more complicated, from scrolling through the store to fast page swipes. The screen is generally more responsive, but precise finger prodding can be a tad tricky, especially in corners. And when it comes to nighttime reading, there's the comfort light activated by a dedicated button at the top, while the brightness can be adjusted on screen. And light is diffused evenly across the screen and will serve you well in both direct sunlight and underneath the covers. Designed to feel like a printed book when resting in your hand, the Aura HD is a very solid bit of kit. Unfortunately, the extra screen size and unconventional folded design means it's harder to hold one-handed than the Paperwhite and slightly heavier too. And while it looks and feels more expensive than the Paperwhite, its size means it isn't as effortless to carry around. And we must warn you, the white version easily picks up scuffs and dirt on its ridges. Now, we wouldn't put too much faith in that vaunted 2-month battery life figure, as we completely drained the battery after 2.5 weeks, which included a few longer reading sessions, and that was with only snippets of comfort-light use. But at least charging via micro USB takes no time at all. And with 3 million ebooks, newspapers and magazines in its store, plus its cloud service, Kobo Everywhere, for remote access to your files, Kobo is a real rival to Amazon. Plus, it supports a wide variety of formats, including EPUB and JPEG, as well as CBZ and CBR for comic book aficionados. So it's fair to say we're pretty impressed with the Aura HD. The Kindle ecosystem still offers the cheapest and easiest way to get into e-reading, but the Kobo offers a much more interesting and tactile bit of hardware with a superior screen, higher levels of customization, and the very excellent comfort light, which pretty much makes it the closest we've seen in a long time to a Kindle Beta.